Well, I'm kind of running on bare minimum here. I really don't feel like taking this down to my bench and getting out all my... I usually don't do too much stereo stuff. There's not a lot of call for it anymore. Although there's a few diehards, and that's cool. We'll just kind of use the bare minimum. He said a channel was out, and there's a pretty good chance that it could be a user error. You know, maybe he didn't hook a wire up right, maybe he didn't test it right, I don't know. I didn't get a lot of information. So, just to get going, I'm just going to use headphones. People used to listen to headphones. Over-the-head headphones. They were standard. You need an audio source. You know, normally you'd have your tuner or something. I'm just going to use... Actually, I'm just going to use the little... It's kind of ironic to use the little... Whatever, that's the Apple Micro... pod, whatever, and I've just adapted it and plug it in. Let's see, so I don't know, I'll just plug into the tuner. The only great thing is I won't have to fuss about somebody worrying about copyright material. Just for fun, I went over and got my dim bulb tester. And I put a pretty small bulb in this, not big. This thing is probably, I don't know, you know, what, about 150 watts? 3 amps at 120 volts. So that's about 300 watts, roughly. I suppose technically it's, what, 360? So there's really no warming these babies up. You just, so plug them and go. Yeah, that went off, power off, everything's set. Auxiliary in, volume down, balance, we're ready to go. So power is on. There'll be a clunk here in a minute, hopefully. There you go, did you hear that? Okay, so we'll turn on the old audio source, and it looks like we got the stereo or the tuner running for off-air music. I guess if you want to see something, you know, the meters will move. So earphones in. Let's see what's going on. If I kind of get a little louder, it's because I can't hear myself. Well, there's some crackling. Oh, I set the thing wrong. I thought I plugged it in on auxiliary. Tuner. Okay, I got... Well, I've got audio and I've got both channels. I don't know. Balance works. Wait a minute, there's something acting up. Lost a channel. That's about. Okay. That control's a little wonky. It's a little, a little crackly. Good. Oh, what do we got here? It's entirely possible that this has been sitting a long time too. I'm sure the controls are not happy campers. Well, let's try a different input just to test them all. Try the auxiliary. Well, that one definitely doesn't have a channel. That has a channel missing. Sounds a little distorted too. Weird. So the left channel's out, right channel's out. Back to the tuner input just for fun. Well, though. Okay. That channel is definitely out. But since the tuner side worked, we could test the tape or the phono. Turn that down. You get to plug it and unplugging this stuff. Make sure you turn the volume down. That has a channel out too. Uh-oh, what the hell? What the hell? What? What I'm doing is I'm poking around on the back plane there. Right there. That's about where that jack is on the back. What the hell? Uh-oh. I don't know, can you see that? Where'd that go? Let's see, it's right below. Yeah, I don't think you can see it. There we go. But we don't need to see that. What are you looking over there for? Yeah, it's... See these? They're all in a row. If I had to guess, these are the input jacks. Phono, tuner, auxiliary. There's 6 contacts there. See them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 contacts. There's 6. This is ground, more than likely. But this one, I don't know if you can see that. I touched it, pushed it. I don't know if I can zoom in enough. It's like it's loose or something. What the hell? Oh. See it? Can you see that? Yeah. Look real carefully. I'm going to move it. Oh, you know what it is? It's tore. Look at that. See that? Everything's nice and green. See this? There we go. See this little white area underneath? When I move the jack on the back, you can see that moving. There you go, up and down. Oh, son of a gun. So what's up with that? Well, so is that where the bottom one's jacked up? And I didn't turn the stereo down when I unplugged it. It was very naughty. I don't know if you can see the bottom sets. Yeah, right there. So. Yeah, we lost the audio. Yeah, it's loose. You can feel it. Oh, you can. It's tore too. Nice. Okay. Well, actually, what the deal is, it's pretty hard to see. That one there. Yeah. What's that fuzzing out? Well. Oh, come on. Ridiculous camera. Let's try again. You can see that right here. The top of this is lifted. This one is tore a little bit on the top. That one's fine. That one's fine. This one and this one. All three of these are tore over here. And I wonder what that's about. Huh. Somebody bonked it. Oh, I bet somebody maybe bonked this or something with their hand and. There's where the there's where apparently the audio leaves the board. I can touch that and hear the. Oh, this is a DIN plug. Here's where the audio leaves the board. You can touch it and hear the audio buzz. What the hell? Oh, that's not cool. Oh, here's what the real problem is. Oh. I'll be back in a second here. I'm just going to leave you right there. Don't go away. I'm just going to step in the other room. Darn it, I thought that was out there. There it is. Okay. Let me pause you here a sec. Okay, here's what's going on. Is that going to be able to see that? You might be able to see that from here. See that? See what you're looking at? Give you a hint. Remember that fuse? So we got the fuse was kind of like knocked loose looking. Is that a big hint? The back is kind of wonky over here. I just saw this out of the corner of my eye. This is the machinist kicking in, and see that? Let me see if I can. Gee, that doesn't look cool. The back's got a big bend in it, right there. See it? See my finger? Down here, I don't know if you can see this. And right out there, it's fine. You get to right about there. So what's happened, I bet, is somebody's dropped this. And that's why the fuse is loose, and that's why the back is all jacked up. They probably dropped it on the carpet. Sucktastic. I wonder if he knows that. Okay. Well, that's why the audio isn't working. Already got tore. Dang it, that's gonna be. So there. Well, I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to look at these other inputs. I don't think they're gonna be a problem, and they're definitely not gonna focus. Poking around in here, a plastic stick might do some good. See, this has got the same kind of setup. There's like ground. This has more jacks, but there's ground over here, and then left and right. Now these look pretty good. These are kind of interesting because of mass production. They used to use wire wrap technology. That's all this wiring here is wire wrapped, and then the audio is just for this. For the DIN plug, is just out in the open. There's the plug, and then it just makes a little quantum leap over here. This is where I bet power comes in, and then audio scurries down to the back down to the main board, the power amp board. So this has got probably some preamp and a little switching. The main board has the power amp and probably filtering and the meter driver and the protection circuits. Maybe there might be more than one. Well, that's not cool. What do I got to do to take that board out? That's gonna suck. So on the back, looks like that's held in with 4 screws. Yeah, looks like there's a screw. What the heck? Well, that's a ground screw. Oh, I see there. Oh, they're kind of holding that in by the standoffs formed by the audio jacks. The jacks look like they stand off the board about it. I don't know, what about it? Maybe a quarter. Well, what, a quarter of an inch? I don't know. I guess I could use my ruler. What is that? About 3/4 of an inch? Yeah, roughly. Great. That's great. Just great. Well, I think what I'm going to do, little YouTube friends, let's see, so every one of those jacks is messed up. I guess I could use a tape input to have a constant input. Let's see, that's tape A. Record? No, play. I want play. Let's see. And this would be a great use for your iPod or your music player. Let's see. Tape A. So I just switch this. I think it's got a nice feel to it. These knobs are kind of fluted. There's little tiny lines on them. Got a good feel to it. You've got a good solid click. Or that. This thing's really pretty clean. Huh. Well, that's not going to be fun, is it? Looks like these shafts, or these controls, go clear to the back through some shafts. Looks like, yeah, we can try one just for fun. What do we got here? It's loose. So what, that doesn't come out. That's not cool. Oh, okay. The coupling backs up. Okay. Get to dinking with old plastic like this. Be a little gentle, because, you know, what? You know, it's working on 40 years here. Yeah. I gotta reset that control. Dang it, get in there. Yeah, there we go. Especially on old ham gear. Some of the, like the Kenwoods, they got these big shafts with these plastic gears, all these little like ladder chains. Ugh. They're not in good shape after all this time, so be careful. Well, that baby needs to come out. I guess I could fix it in there, I guess. That's not cool. Yuck. Well, I think what I'm going to do is, I guess I'm going to call him and tell him what's going on. See where we want to go from there. Yeah, one of the things we could do, but we don't need the customer. I'm going to just check the power supply real quick here. This is probably about, I don't know. This wasn't a terribly big unit, so it's probably not anything super high powered. Oh no, we'll see if you can make heads or tails of that. So this is one of the positive power supplies. 43 volts DC. And you can't see that because of the glare. Oh, what's that do for you? Anything? Yeah. One of the miracles of the fluke voltmeter, you can do this on other voltmeters, maybe. You switch to AC and shows you AC ripple. 0.05. Not bad. Not bad for somebody that's 40 years old. Now let's look at the negative side. Be a little careful poking around in there. 0.04. A tiny smidge imbalance. Nothing to write home about. Negative 43.6. What was the other side? 43.4. Pretty microscopic. Well, that's not bad. Looks like this has 4 filter caps, one for each side and one for each side. So there's right and left, plus and minus. Another thing we can do, check the DC balance out. And there's one power amp. Not bad. 1/10 of a volt. Plus, maybe a little touch up. Pretty microscopic. Somewhere in here is probably a test point to monitor the idle current. Having a hard time here. There's music I want to hear, and I'm trying to do some work. Oh, let's get back on the road here. I don't know, overall it looks like it's in okay shape, other than it looks like somebody bonked the back out of it. Well, a couple of those, let me get this meter out of here. A couple of those look pretty. That one could be fixed right there, and that one's practically on top of the next component. That one's got a big long trace. And the grounds are tore a little bit. That one's not too bad a shape. That one's not too bad. It could be touched up, maybe bridged. Yuck. Circuit board repairs, they're not fun. You know you've done a good job if it looks like something that the factory would have done. Now, that being said, getting it done is a different story. Sometimes, not repairing the circuit board side, the side we're looking at, but repairing the component side may be a better option. If you can find a cool way to do it. I wonder how that got broke. It seemed pretty stiff. I don't know. I'll bet somebody dropped this or bumped it or banged it around. Or they might be two different things. The back being dented and those jacks being broke might be two different things. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit and kind of just sit here nice and quiet and play a little bit. Warming up. Yeah, it's got a little heat in it. Nothing major, a couple watts. Very nice piece. I'm impressed. I know it's not a GE clock radio, but it's fun. Excuse me. Well, how long have we been gib-gabbing here? Yeah, not bad. 13 minutes. This is a kind of short video. These are pretty basic to fix. It's nothing really brainiac. At least on this unit, we'd have to get inside. On the bottom of this is probably a big door to get to the bottom of the circuit board on the main board. It's interesting. I wonder if that's a factory job or not. There's a couple caps that you can't see that are different colored than the rest. They're orange, but they don't, I don't know. Weird. I don't know. There's a lot of caps in there to recap if a person was really super aggressive. What is there about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Man, that's 44, 45. Holy cats. That's not counting this little back plane either. There might be 50 or 60 caps in this thing. Yuck. I don't know, this is back when the Japanese built stuff. They were pretty good builders of stuff. What kind of caps those are. Probably nothing name brand like we know nowadays. Lena? Never heard of it. It's lasted 40 years. Must be pretty tough. Huh. Well, I think I'm gonna have to have a little chit chat with him and see what he wants to do. The back being bowed isn't anything critical. It's not stressing the circuit board. It's annoying. Pardon me. Well, I'm going to let you scoot while I do a little thinking here. I guess. I don't know. Let's see, if I took that circuit board out, I gotta take these off, take that board loose, shove it back. It's got a reasonable number of connections. Unfortunately, that DIN plug is mounted on the other side. I could flip it up maybe. Or I don't know, I could flip it up, put some foam rubber or something underneath it, or prop it up. Why these? I wish those shafts would move out of the way. I suppose I might be able to scooch it out and lay it on top of those shafts. Put some rubber under there to kind of prop it up while I work on the board. Well. Okie dokie, my little YouTube friends. Well, I guess we're going to have to call him with the bad news. It's good news and bad news. Good news is nothing electrically, no components are really blown up. Bad news is we got to do a little circuit board work. Okay. Take her easy. Have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them. Talk to you later.